face off. We're gonna talk your face off. We're gonna talk your face off. Talk your face off. To talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
All good.
Looks like a drink from Sonic.
I know, it's super old school. I love the like 90s coloring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Throwback.
Man, I feel bad because I feel like I didn't reach out to you about like what we were going to talk about today or anything. I was telling you offline. I was like, today was just one of those days. Last 2 days.
You were telling me off?
Yeah. I was
What's
like,
that about?
hey, jerk face.
You feel really short right now. Like
Yeah,
really
oh,
short.
Yeah. My camera's or the computer's on a weird stand right now because in front of me is, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can take a picture of what's in front of me so you guys can see the chaos that's going on. Oh my goodness, it's so bad.
Blukenstein paint.
This is so bad. Okay, we're in the safe space, right?
Uh-oh. You
Don't
show us a picture.
Don't judge me.
Oh, that's not bad.
What are you talking about?
Bro.
Oh, it is so bad. Maybe I should take a better picture. Because.
Yeah, it doesn't make it feel that bad, actually. So yeah, yours must be pretty bad.
Oh yeah, yours. Yeah, here I'll send it. I'll send it to the computer so I can pull it up so you can see in full HD. Maybe not full HD, but semi HD.
But that's the whole world is
Yeah.
stuff falling everywhere.
Yep.
Just
there.
ugh.
Okay. All right. So now I have the window open. Now I can share it so you guys can see just how bad things are here. Share. It's not video file. Share screen. Yeah. Window. Yep. Right there. Share. There. So top left.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty equal.
Top
mine
left is
doesn't
a
show the
piece.
sides.
Yeah.
You're going wide angle.
Yeah. So mine has a shock kit in front of me that my daughter was building that we didn't finish. On the left is her B64. On the right, you can't see it, but you can see the A-arms is the B7. And it's just like parts all the way around it. Like
yeah.
It's so what it is right now. And it's funny because this is actually okay. Like, or not okay, but I mean, at the beginning of the afternoon, hard drives. Yeah. At the beginning of this afternoon, she went through and straightened it all out, and then she started building. And I think just the idea that the computer's in the way there is like even worse, but it's pretty bad.
Yep. All right. Bunch of people in here. Dirtburger, Wolverine RC, James Leshorn, Brian Kochner, bro, he says. Thomas Downey Jr., Axial 32, David Ferris. Russian Jeep guy. I probably just skipped over like like Jim's hobbies.
Yeah.
There's no guitar stuff on. Well, this is kind of audio related, but it's more for video.
Yeah.
But what you can't see is like there's just so many random things.
Yeah.
Like just power dash motors and.
Yeah. Oh, that, yeah. 100%.
Here's a half car over here. And it's just like there's part of a car. Here's just parts of a car that are just they're like so my desk is wide because it's actually a door.
Yeah.
So it's not very deep. Deep and wide. But there's like yeah, it's not good. That's what it isn't. And there's hard drives everywhere.
Yeah. I know. I feel I need to make a case for mine. Like
This is all I use right now, though. For all those other ones I have, what I actually use my hard drives for is watch what happens to my face if I move this stack of hard drives. Ready?
Oh no.
A little
Purple?
purpley. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Ta-da!
Or something.
Ta-da! That's like a $1,000 blockage of light.
Oh, that's
$30,000 wall I just made on my desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So, but there's
Uh-oh.
stuff all around my feet, keyboards and cases. Hey, the sand scorcher's right here. Actually,
Nice.
somebody mentioned the sand scorcher. Empty Chihuahua cases for no reason.
Nice.
And 55 micro.
Nice.
Bunches of Furatech stuff. Bags of receipts for some reason. GoPro batteries. Hey, this is good stuff right here. This is Axial lip balm. So
That's awesome.
so big news in the RC world today.
Okay.
Really, really big news. Oh, this is actually flavorful.
Ooh. Like sriracha.
Tuesdays might forever be changed.
He's not totally done. I saw that too.
Oh, and Traxxas released something big too. That
Did they?
happened too.
Oh,
The
I
new
didn't think
Slash.
Was it big?
It's 8th scale. It's not huge.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I thought it was another Slash. I was
No,
like,
they
meh.
Well, it is another Slash. It's just a bigger one.
Cool.
But there's not. I mean,
Is it basically like
it's a new RC that doesn't have like a backlog of parts readily available for it. So that's an interesting thing.
All right.
Yeah, Max Slash.
Oh.
I haven't actually seen.
I haven't looked at it at all. Oh yeah, and
It-
HBI came.
It's
out with
tough to
one.
tell just from pictures because it looks like a Slash,
Uh-huh.
but I haven't seen any videos or anything of it running yet. It's been a busy day. We
Mhm.
lost power here.
Mm. We've been going. So remember how we were talking about the weather last
It's
week?
a Slash body slightly bigger than the regular on a Max chassis with belted tires. Really?
6S. I skipped over a comment too. Castro asked about my shirt. AAF. Go check them out. I think it's AAF Nation.
America as. Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. We need to get them as a sponsor, man. I wear their shirts all the time.
All right. Yeah, we looked at them on here one time. So
Yeah.
124 mops in the house. I need to go show something that he went and saw today. That's one of the most amazing things ever, in my opinion.
Wow.
So there's a home and garden show going on here in Grand Rapids
Yeah.
at like the DeVos Center, which is like, I don't know, it's a big place where they hold things like boat shows and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I need to pull up Facebook and let me just see if he has it on his 124 mop page. So I don't have to do his personal one. He probably doesn't look like he did. Oh, he did. Okay, so perfect. Perfect. Now I'm going to just share this. I'm going to present and share screen. This is the coolest thing. I was very skeptical about what was going to be happening when somebody first shared that you could do this, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. This crawler course, it's a landscaping guy. Check that out. Shut the front door, right? Holy cow.
That's a lot of rocks.
It's a ton of rocks. It's massive. And he's going to let people crawl on it. It's basically free advertising for him. People are going to come and be like, what's going on over there with the guy with all the little toy trucks driving all over the landscaping?
Yeah.
But one, I'm like, okay, my brain is running, right? Like
Yeah. I need to get
I
there
can
now.
pay to have somebody landscape my yard and have a write-off at the same time, right? Like if he
Yes.
came and built this in my yard and I
Yeah.
used it to film on, it's a studio outside that I
Yeah.
just paid somebody to build for me and write it off.
Awesome. Awesome. I'd like to hear that conversation with your wife.
Look, I mean, it looks good.
There,
Look
but
at here, watch it. Watch when he pans down here. Check that out.
That's a lot of rock. But that's a very controlled environment. You know what it's going to look like in
Oh,
6
weeds
months.
and yeah.
Oh yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
mean-
would just like I'd put a sprinkler system on it, automated, that has like weed killer in it. Like just put a hose into a weed killer bucket and
Then
have
you-
it like pump it and spray it every
Then you
week
get those
on it.
Simpson eyes, those Simpson fish that come out with the eyes at your dock there.
I mean, we could charge people to come catch three-eyed fish. I mean, people pay to do anything, man.
Yeah.
But like he talked about that they were going to have this little thing, and I'm like, oh, what are they going to do? Like,
Yeah.
why would they do? And I'm like, why would they do this at a home and garden show? Like, what's your angle? And then I saw this, and I'm like, that's a pretty good angle.
Dude,
that's really wicked cool.
If the home and garden show did that, I would be down there with my 10 scales and with this and like, yeah.
Right? See, somebody else is crawling on it too. So this is my buddy Rick's truck there in the red.
Wow. Super cool.
Somebody's getting all the angles on that shot.
Yep.
Wasn't Rick, because he's filming the person getting all the angles.
Yeah.
That's so cool, though. I mean,
mine never looked that manicured, but at one point when everything was like shut down, ours was pretty on point. Ours had a lot of like nice edging and rocks and like cool. We had a waterfall. Do you remember that? How I had a waterfall in my backyard where the cars would crawl up the waterfall, the 10th scale waterfall. Oh, that was sick. But it just got too much. We started going big. We started going out and hiking and stuff, and it was like, nah, these aren't that cool. I mean, it was cool, but not that cool. Not quite large enough for 10 scale, he says.
yeah. So this is just so good.
Yeah. So good. Okay, I'm a little nervous. I'm looking down. It caught my eye. I looked down at this shock program here. And my daughter's got it all like, you know, like you saw in the picture, they're kind of like laid out next to each other, the shocks. But I see two, they're not O-rings, but they're the clear plastic spacers.
Yeah.
2 left.
And
I'm like, I really hope that those are just supposed to be the limiters on the outside, like extra limiters.
Extra limiters.
Because there's limiters put on the outside
Oh, yeah.
of the shocks. And they're the same material, so I'm really hoping that they were just extra.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I mean, nothing's leaking. You know, okay. I have some observations of this B7 kit. Normally, and I shouldn't say normally, but associated kits are like top notch when it comes to assembling them, in my opinion. Like the Element kit and the race cars are like, they're dialed, right? This kit, so the cool thing is she built 98.5% of this car on her own. Like, I was sitting in the chair next to her here, just kind of lounging as she's building, and I'm reading her science homework, and she's like building it, and we're talking about, you know, her homework and all that, but she's built 98.5% of this on her own. But there's been some things that I've observed while she's building it, and some things that I saw on Facebook about the build quality that is just a little questionable. So like the D-mount in the back of the chassis where you put the pills and the what are they called? can't I think of the name, the pins, the hinge pins.
Yep.
We're seeing a lot of people, I've seen online, a lot of people tearing out that there's not enough meat around it. So they're
Okay.
busting them out. And they're saying they're saying that Associated knows, but the hinge pins are slightly too small. So they're pulling out. So there's that. And then she built the shocks and I had her build them. I mean, she rebuilt them like bled them like 5 times. And it's weird at the top of the stroke. There's like you could feel like the bubbles. There's no bubbles, but it just feels different. Normally my shocks are like wet pillow. They're like bleh, like super super smooth. And right at the top of the stroke, it just feels a little weird. Like it feels almost like it's gassing out, but there's no leak.
Hmm.
We bled them right. We bled them like 3 times just to see, added more and bled them again.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. And we use the green slime and everything. And I don't know. I don't know.
Never
why.
had that before with them. That's weird.
No, never. There was something else that was odd about this build too. I heard a lot of people complaining about the servo mount, but I didn't have any problem with that. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Oh, that was another thing. So I built it based off of a spec build sheet and Aiden Horn's build sheet. He's like, one of the pro racers. And the rear diff feels super tight. Like, I mean, like you roll on the spur and it's a lot of resistance going through. And it feels smooth. It's just a lot of resistance. But we're using diff fluid. I have never used diff fluid like this before in a buggy or stadium or anything. It's 200K diff fluid in a race car like that. Super thick. And it just seems really like a little too much. So I don't know.
We're talking about the weather over here. We're about to get hammered. So we had 70 degrees today, 74, 73 degrees, like record high. Yeah. And then we have a winter storm warning for tomorrow.
Yeah. Crazy.
But they're talking about because probably that in that shift of weather being so
tornadoes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Is what they're talking about for tonight. Like till about midnight, we got crazy thunderstorms that could roll through here.
We had some wild thunder here last night. So our school is 2 hours late. The day before, it wasn't 2 hours late. The adjacent districts were 2 hours late.
Mm-hmm.
Our school today was 2 hours late. We had like a few inches of snow overnight. It's like same thing. Like we didn't warm up that much, but then all of a sudden it like just was crazy snow. So I was recording a podcast as I was driving. I don't condone that, but I was just talking as I'm driving. And I'm driving and up ahead I see like a strip across the road. It looked like someone dumped paint across the road. And I was like, that's weird. And it was only the width of 2 lanes and probably, I say like 30 or 40 feet deep, but it was probably more like 80 feet, enough that you could see while you're driving. And when I got up to it, it was just a strip of hail. Like in that little section of driving, it was just hailing and snowing in that little section. In front of that and behind that, the road was clear. And then I got about another 1/8 of a mile and it just started dumping snow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Lucky you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went in like another 1/8 of a mile and then all of a sudden the roads were white. Like it just like instantly dumped. Roads were white. The cars in front of me, you couldn't even see the tracks in between them. And I'm like, and you can see blue sky over here. I was like, what's going on? Like, it was bizarre weather yesterday and today. So, yeah.
I need to try to get out to that thing this weekend.
What thing?
And get that event. They're going to let people crawl on those rocks at that home and garden show.
Yeah, you do.
I need to get out there. Hey, wife, you want to go check out the home and garden show? I'm just bringing this backpack just because. Don't worry about it.
And my big camera.
Don't you worry about it.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, it looks awesome. But, all right. So I've got a couple packages I have 2 of them from FMS that I can't do anything with until tomorrow.
What?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, what's the worst if you did something with them?
I don't know.
What are they gonna do?
I ain't doing nothing. They've already said what's coming out. So
Exactly. Don't succumb to the peer pressure.
one of them's pretty rad.
Yeah. All right.
Everyone else is releasing. Well, everybody else has already done their content too, I'm sure of it. Like, yeah, I'm just watching it drop and I'm like still being the good boy. It's like they said not till the 29th China time, which is actually tomorrow night at like 9 p.m.
Did Matt already do a big release of something? No, just kidding.
I don't know.
Shots fired.
But the yeah, I've driven the one because I wanted to get it out while I could still run a 10. You know, the minis I can run indoors. I can do that easy. But the big one I ran out. It's pretty cool. I mean,
it's
pretty cool.
I don't know if it's what Harley was talking about, that 18th scale. Well, I'm talking about the other one. 10th scale, yeah, it looks pretty rad. The 18th scale one, that might be my first FMS because that looks so good. It looks so good. And I was like, Chevy guy, you know, it looks good.
It looks good.
Yeah.
The big one, yeah, I was shocked. I'll just say.
Well, Kaylin's having a senior moment and trying not to blow.
I can't say what shocked me about it or what it is, but it was definitely shocking. It was good.
Is it that much? Shocking. Is it that much of a
for a trail truck? It was pleasantly surprising.
Huh. Interesting. Well,
yep.
Guess we'll just have to find out tomorrow.
Are people really releasing the videos already? I've seen like their pictures and posts. Like they've already said it's coming.
Yeah.
And I've seen other people saying, "Oh, I've got big reviews and all that for it." Like, so
I haven't seen any. So I'm doing a new thing. Here's what my thing is. We talked a little bit about this, and we'll get into this later when we talk about the social media. And I don't know if you caught that I said I forgot to hit record.
Yeah.
Before we went, so now I can't do the clips for this next coming week. We'll talk about that too. But I am staying off of Facebook and Instagram and only going 1 hour at night. That's it.
And only doing what?
Like interacting for 1 hour at night. So maybe an hour. I got caught in the doom scroll stuff and I was like, it's a waste of time. And I've been super, like, way more efficient doing it, like, you know, not being on the phone, just scrolling, looking at stuff. I don't know. The other thing I was going to bring up was, well, we'll talk about that later. But
Harley's asking if it seems so familiar. I honestly can't speak to the familiarity of it with a certain product that I don't have any of. So I remember him saying that when he was at the show that he went to and was like, man, it's like, so I haven't looked at it from that perspective. I've looked at it from the
big okay change. Yeah,
like, but I'm a little shocked that this is their vehicle. That's all.
Oh,
but the radio is sweet.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. The radio's pretty rad. That's what I'll say. Not as good as the Vanquish one and the RTR, but it's not as featured, but it has a lot of buttons and there's certain things that are pretty cool about the way that they have it laid out.
Nice.
Some of it's hard to use just because, I mean, if you're filming it always comes back to filming. I mean, I don't know, who am I talking about? Like I'm holding like a gimbal stick and like, you know, full size gimbal and like, how am I going to reach that button? Let me set something down. Like that way. But yeah.
Well, and that's because the whole it seems like the whole experience is supposed to be more doing things, not
Mhm.
filming. You know what I mean? Like taking a part of the experience. Can you guys hear me better now? I turned up my mic slightly. It's actually in a different position than I normally have it, and it's not really facing me. How about now? Any better? How about now? Number one, number two. A little better. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just that it's not facing me. Give me
No.
a second. I just gotta adjust it. I had to move it out of the way for something. This is gonna be a train wreck. Why do I let people talk me into this, Tony? Just swing this. Oh, I gotta get across the beer cans. It's like a college dorm.
Your mic is low in your NPR. Uh,
This should do it. How about now? Now it's probably booming. Did you hear any difference on your end?
it's definitely got a little more bass
Hmm.
when you're closer like that, but it wasn't bad before.
Well, I just turned it up.
Now it's bassy.
Oh, is it
Now it's
bassy?
volume. There's volume
Ooh,
there.
how's that? How's that?
Pretty good.
Are these good? Is
So
this good?
yeah, what we were talking about with the big news was not the Big Mac / whatever. It was about Harley and his 300th episode, and him
Yeah.
teasing whether or not there would be one the following Tuesday.
Did he just jump the
I mean,
shark?
that was kind of big news, but the real big news was I think he cut out a part where he says that he's all into the minis.
Yes.
There's a definite splice in that edit when he's like, "It's become a big deal, and I'm now the number one fanboy of it." And I think he cut that part out
You know,
and lifted it,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I can't tell. There's definitely an edit, and then he comes back and then he points to other people
Yes.
and liking them. So I think
Right,
that he had to
right.
do a self-correct in order to keep his partner on Wednesday nights. So I had to read into it. That's kind of what I would think was what happened.
It's a good read. It's a good read into it. This hold on, where's I got an image that's going to be in the next clips of my when I do another clip thing, and this one was just for you.
That's not true.
It's 100% true. Changed my mind, Tony. Yep.
I don't need to.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Should we just talk about him like it's not awkward and he's in the room?
I think we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, personally,
Now you're a little too loud. It's booming. You're hurting ears.
oh my gosh, you guys are so needy. How about now?
That's better.
Yeah. Man,
It was getting a little distorted.
little distorted, little popping.
I didn't say popping, just distorted.
Okay.
All right. So, what did you have something to say? I mean, I said my piece.
Well, I just enjoyed listening to him every morning on the toilet. But aside from that, I mean, that's what I think about
Every
him.
morning? Do you watch it like on repeat every morning? It's like Groundhog's Day. Pablo gets up.
I'm
he
just
gets
trying.
on the toilet and he watches Snoo.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to learn. I'm just,
What
Every
can I
mo-
believe?
what can I do?
Just
Why aren't my
believe it.
videos? Yeah. No, I mean, it's something that I look forward to.
Like a morning poo?
Yeah, I mean,
You're just looking forward to it in the morning.
it's like a good release, man. No, I mean, I look forward to it when I poached his content for talking about news on my podcast. It was nice because he made it easy. Thank you, Harley.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I get it. I mean, I get it, but I don't because I haven't been in it that long like you guys have. And I get how it can be I get how production like that could be such a pain when you have life going on. You know what I mean? Like you got other stuff happening, and then you gotta get it going, all that kind of thing. But no, I mean, I would say I rely on it. I rely on it to be current and to understand what's going on. And I, yeah, it's funny. I want to comment more on it, but then at the time, I'm always feeling like I'm behind the eight ball because I feel like I should get to work. And I'm like, I should sit here and do a long comment. And then I'm like, no.
I mean, I always feel like I should make a relevant comment, and then I don't. I make it just
Yeah. Well, yeah.
an off the cuff, stupid comment. I think that's what like 100%, 110% of my comments have been.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I do it out of love,
Yeah,
you know.
for sure. What do you got going on here? Do it. Do it.
Now, this one I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to talk about.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yes.
FureTech Katana. FureTech Hobby Plus Katana.
I think it looks
And
good.
it has, I mean, if Josh could 3D design it all, this I think is the type of grill he would put on if
Angry
he could
eyes.
do it, if he could figure out how to make one.
Yeah.
But instead he has to do his other designs, which are far less superior and more simplistic, because there's some pretty difficult angles that you need to be able to design in order to do such a grill.
Well, I heard he's
And-
he's employing AI now for all his 3D modeling.
Oh, well, they might be able to help him get to where he's hoping to achieve with the grill.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's a lot of angles in that.
There are lots of facets to that story, if you will.
It'd be very tedious. I mean, I've been able to do stuff like this just using Tinkercad, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's just using brain power.
Yeah.
Oh, man, their greens are just so good.
That green is good.
That speck, the fleck paint in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I like it.
If I push it even closer, I think it makes it more easy to see.
Sure.
Well, actually, it does.
Yeah.
I was being stupid, but I think it actually does show it. The one thing about one of the vehicles that I'm not going to show until the release is the way that the body clips on and off is interesting. I'm just looking at this one, trying to figure out where this one does clip on and off.
No. He said his showed up and it was broken. It sounds like it got trashed in the shipping. Someone punted Baxter in shipping.
Well, it probably wasn't smart of me to just open it live on camera like that. Then just see what happens.
Says David Fair says, how different is that body from the 24 JLU?
Oh, so it just clips in.
Look
It's
at
just
that.
kind of not actually sure how that clipped in. I think I broke it. I did break it.
Oh,
Way to go, me. Oh, look. So this actually pulls forward and backwards.
oh, that's what he said. He just said that back portion of that hood scoop slides back. He's laughing at you. He's like, what a noob.
I wonder if somebody has design skills to be able to 3D print one of those.
Chat GPT.
Why did they have to make it that difficult? And I just broke it.
Is it seriously broken?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh.
maybe not. No, I don't think it is actually. I lied.
I was going to say, how many people are going to break it if it was that easy?
Well, yeah, it's broke. It's still on there a little bit, but there's definitely a crease in it now, and it will flip down.
Oh, man.
It should not flip down at that kind of an angle like that.
Nope.
So we will be putting some glue
There you go.
in there
Glue it up.
and pretending that we did not just break it straight out of the box.
Ouch.
So when you open things live and then you want to get a good look inside real quick, stuff like that can happen.
Yeah.
They angled the skid on this one. And it looks like they got rid of maybe one of my biggest complaints. I was pretty hard on the first one.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I was hard on?
Whoa. 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 Take it easy, Tony.
On the location of how far this hung out and caught. Like,
Yeah.
they tucked everything, but then you were still hitting skid plate because it goes so far back. Well, they've lifted it, so it isn't just a exact copy of their last one.
Whoa.
So that's cool. I'm already seeing one thing I like.
Yeah. Yeah.
In
Apparently,
theory, I haven't run it, but in
well,
theory, I like what they did.
Apparently, you do it because you're very excited about it. On it.
You know what looks like a katana? The wheels say katana. They just scream
Nope.
katana.
Hate those wheels.
But I mean, if I
No.
was thinking of katana blades
No.
or something,
Nope.
I would think
Nope.
of something like that.
I hate those wheels.
I mean, they're not going to stay on here, but it still
'em.
says katana.
Hate them.
All right. So luckily, it is still latching, even though I was an idiot when I opened it. Tip of the blade of a katana. Exactly. Thank you, Axial32. We're friends.
It doesn't
We're like
mean it
this.
looks good. It doesn't mean it looks
I didn't
good.
say that it looked good. I said it looks like a katana. It screams katana to me. I didn't say it looked good. You're the one that was complaining about the looks.
Terrible.
I just need to grab the other chassis and just see if I'm right.
Do it.
One
Do
next
it.
to the wheels are lefts and rights.
Okay. What's going on, everyone new that popped in? See a bunch of people that popped in the chat. Hope everything's doing well. Tony's getting his Fury truck. What do they call them? Fury
Katana.
wagon. Fury wagon is what they call
Yeah, so I'm getting the Fury Wagon because in this one we can really see. They definitely changed the chassis and it looks way better.
Yeah.
So this was I liked this truck, but I did not give it good marks on this.
Hey, do you think those wheels look like
Here.
a katana?
Yeah, but the name didn't make it make sense for this one.
Yeah.
They
Sweet.
don't look like Fury to me. But yeah, like see how far it's stuck back? So you're mounting
Yeah.
your lower link way up here.
Yeah.
But the upper, because they have such shorter upper links, they extended this way back. But the skid is flat. However, on this one, which we pull this back in case you guys don't know,
Oh.
that's how you do it. See that?
Nice.
How they cut that way up?
Yeah. Yep.
They were
like it.
listening.
To you specifically.
I think it was to me specifically.
They were like, hey, we better make this Tony guy happy. Let's throw some katana wheels at it. He likes those kind of details.
No, but I mean that was a big thing. That was the one thing I was thinking, like if it's just the same chassis, that's gonna be a sticking point, like they had a chance to get it right.
Yeah.
And I honestly hadn't seen this yet until now.
Yeah.
And I like that they did that. Now
How heavy is the body?
this comes way back. That part of the chat. I mean, that's all chassis there. It
Yeah.
looks like
Well, it's because of the
that
huge
extends
body.
way back there.
It's a long line.
It is a long line.
So how
But
heavy is that
you could
body?
cut it off.
Is that well? No, you can't because then the body wouldn't hinge.
Well, if you, I'm thinking that's a long chassis. If you were to change the body and want to do something else, that will potentially get in the way.
Yeah.
I mean, you could almost chop it off to here, like right behind the shocks,
Yep.
and then just do risers off of there for
Or just put a power line
magnets
on
or
body,
something. Yeah. No, I mean, I like that they angled the skid on it for sure. Well, they didn't actually angle the skid; they just angled the frame.
Is it
the skid does
RTR?
have an angle.
Is it
Fully RTR, yes.
Oh.
Battery. ESC
Radio.
radio is here.
You know what you should do? You should design a case with a mole kit on the inside and 3D print the housing so you could put your car and your controller in the same case.
Do what?
Get a
You want me to
carrying.
make buy a hard plastic case and then 3D print inserts that would
Yeah.
hold it?
Yeah, so it holds it tight.
That's a dumb idea.
Well,
I'd never do that. What a waste of time.
when he posted the drawing of that, that's the first thing I said. I said multiple cars. He says, I did the animation. I was like, ain't no one got time for that. Like, come on.
Same chassis as a Hobby Plus Evo Pro.
There
Okay.
You go.
Nice.
There you go. Same wheels.
No, I actually was in that stream when he was doing that case, which is why I knew what you were talking about right away. But I had to ask, like I didn't know what you were talking about.
It was good comedy timing right there.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Good job.
Yeah. It's he does it to the nines, man.
Hard in the paint, as we say.
Yeah. He goes hard in the paint. And it looks legit. Like,
Yeah.
I just hope that Vanquish will just do that. Like when they release one,
Yeah.
just go all out with it. Like
Yeah.
give it the case, put it in there,
Yeah.
do it like Hard Park.
Well, what I want to
You know,
know though is
Molded, you just carry it with you.
I want to know if he shows up to these like, hobby shop events, and he comes up, he's like, pulls up his pants and sets it down, and then he does one of these where he like goes like this, and he's like,
Gloves.
and then he's like, and he's like, hold on a second, and then he puts his phone down on the table, and he plays like
Thought way too hard about this.
and then he plays like walk on music, and it's like ba ba ba, like he's like
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there's a speaker. So he needs to build a speaker into it
that's what he needs.
with a little button. So when it opens it, it automatically starts playing. Yeah.
Yeah, micro switch it. Yep.
Yeah, micro switch so that when it pops open, it releases
All
the
day.
switch,
Yeah, that'd be
hammers
awesome.
out the glorious sound.
Yeah.
It'd be good.
Yep.
RC Master Max Slash is too big and fast for Tony now. Right? So true. So true.
I honestly didn't know that's what it was until you just said it earlier. I thought it was just
Max
another
Slash?
slash. I just thought it was another slash.
Yeah, it's based on the Max platforms. I mean, that's a good platform. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Redo the UDR. Do something cooler.
That is like having the UDR,
No.
but without the problems that you have with the UDR, which is all the body panels. This is a quick access
Well,
short
redo
course
the
truck.
redo the UDR. So
Yeah, the way that
The
people
whole thing clicks
that
off.
actually bash them
well, I mean the way
want
the
it is
whole
like that.
chassis the whole chassis pops off.
You don't need that, all that junk.
Come on.
So yeah, it's like the Crawler Track says it's like the Hobby Plus Evo.
Yeah.
So they had released that Evo kind of compish style
Yeah.
one.
I like the way that one looked. The Evo.
Yeah.
I did. That one got me thinking about an 18 scale, and this one, until you were so fanboying about the Katana wheels, now I can't do it.
I wasn't fanboying about the wheels, bro. I was just saying if anything looks like Katana, it's the wheels. Like I was trying to figure out why they use the name Katana.
I think you were like, if anything looks like a Katana, it's the wheels, and you're like, ooh, I like these. I think that's
I
what you
don't
said.
love the name Katana. I didn't say I like these.
I think
but-
you said something about making some new pine trees for him. You liked them so much.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's what I heard.
PureTech Hobby Plus. It looks good.
Ooh, RC Jesus says, "What's happening?"
A
RC
little
Jesus,
bit angry. It's pretty angry when you look at the front. It's
why are you so mad?
It's so mad.
Why? Okay, so RC Jesus just popped in, and it made me
He
think
wants your
of.
shirt.
Well, he's gonna want.
You have all this teasing. I broke my brand new truck right out of the box
I know.
because I didn't know how it worked. I feel like there should be a big sticker on it that says "Remove body."
Don't be a Neanderthal and read the directions.
Well, so you're looking. There's no whatever.
Yeah.
There's no clips, whatever. So then you're thinking, oh, magnets. They have a hinge
Uh-huh.
in the back, so maybe they went magnets.
Yeah.
I was looking for any push points. There's not. So yeah, Velcro or oh, I just broke it all the way.
Oh, look at you.
What an idiot!
What did
Didn't even
Harley
get one
say?
drive in it.
All it says is send to you. I don't know. RC Jesus, here you go. Here is my sticker that I just did for racing. Go Marshall. I love
Go
it.
Marshall the corners.
I love it. The last couple races are like have been so hard on marshalling. So I was like, I'm gonna print these off and hand them out.
Yeah.
Go Marshall.
Well, I'm excited to go. I didn't get the comp last week. I was bummed. My knee, dude,
Yeah.
after our live stream went bad.
Oof.
I couldn't walk Thursday or Friday, really. I ended up at the doctor's Thursday. So it was brutal. Still a little bit painful today, but I had to miss. Like I was talking about going to be there, whatever, but I'd kind of hurt my knee a little bit, but I didn't expect it to get worse. I felt like it was going to get better. So I missed Thursday night, but I'm planning to be there this week.
Good.
Maybe my katana wheels. Maybe I'll dress them up a little bit and make them something extra special.
Maybe you should wear an eye band that's all blue. It'd be like Donatello or Leonardo, and you could come in with your katana, like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Actually, maybe you should get a backpack, hard shell backpack that looks like a turtle shell, and print an interior that holds your car and your controller, and some. You're like, I'm here, guys.
I bet Tony doesn't use the instructions when building IKEA furniture. Nope. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
I like how it got all serious there. You're like laughing. You're like, you have to.
You have to. Don't try not to do that.
No.
You start to learn, but you still have to you have to. It's IKEA furniture.
Did you go through that season in life where you felt like you put together 100 different things of furniture for you and other people and all that, and you're like, just go away? Like I don't remember what it was, but I was at my in-laws and I had to put together, they bought a second-hand like bunk bed. And I was like, you beat it. I'll be done in 10 minutes. Like, I was like, get out of here. I was like, I'll be done in half an hour. Come back. I was like, everybody out. I don't need anyone telling me how to do this.
Yeah.
It's like, nope. Yep.
So
is this the dad section or dad joke section now? Yeah, dad jokes.
I've got some videos to make this week.
Dude.
I've got 3 videos to make this in the next day and a half.
Do it.
RC Master reads. You seem like the type of guy that would read the instructions to everything.
Well, So
he's very informational.
Very informational.
Somebody's been asking. They keep asking about what we think about the Max Slash. Literally, I saw there was an email for it. I didn't look at it, other than I browsed past, scrolled past it, and it popped through. But I didn't read any specs. That's not true. I saw 70 miles an hour, but I realized that's Traxxas timing, and that's with optional everything.
That's in Canada.
Yeah. So, I I mean, based on the platforms that it's on, it should be pretty fantastic,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody that hated on the X Maxes and the plastic chassis, that was the one thing I'm like, dude, they got it right. Like,
Yeah.
I would choose that over a metal flat, just thin piece of metal as a chassis any day of the week,
Sure.
and drive it over with a monster truck and not be able to break it. So,
There is that. There is that.
that happens.
Yeah.
It's very,
Yeah.
very well designed, very
Yep.
durable. And so, if using some of those cues again, I don't know. I haven't even seen what the chassis looks like. All I've seen is an exterior picture.
Yeah.
It looks like a Slash, and it'll do well. I mean, it's
Yeah.
got the name on it. It's going to do well.
I honestly like.
I have nothing against it. I just haven't had time at all today to look. I
Yeah.
saw the Scale News update. Watch that. And then I just got home 20 minutes ago. I've been on the run all day,
Yeah.
no stops.
I just thought it was another Slash. Like I thought it was another VXL Slash or something, and
Yeah.
I just glanced over it. Like it. But like I said, I haven't really been on social much lately. That we've already sold two. He says I explained to an employee that we used to do them 15 years ago.
Sell
Oh,
'em.
make them bigger. I don't
Oh,
know.
some of the upgrades or whatever. Yeah.
Mm.
So it says 1/8 scale. So that almost puts it in the size of the new. What's the one? The Mojave ish. Then maybe. Right, because there was a Mojave that was 1/7 scale, but then they've re-released it and it's
The
not as
4S.
big.
Yeah, the 4S.
So it's probably between the two almost. I'm curious. I'd love to see a size comparison.
KLN is all
Here,
Team TRX, so he'll probably get it and convert it into a 8 scale buggy.
Yeah,
That's probably what he's gonna do.
1/7, Nick B says.
Slightly smaller than the Mojave 4S is slightly smaller than a
Oh,
UDR.
he's saying that this one is smaller than the UDR.
Mm.
4S Mojave competitor.
I don't know. Unless they come out
Mojave
with
4S size, I think, says David Ferris, slightly smaller than the UDR. Wow. What do they list the UDR as? 1/7?
yeah,
So then it is because it's a 1/8 scale.
yeah.
It's smaller than the UDR. Wow, I didn't. So I saw a leaked image of it 2 days ago,
Yeah.
3 days ago, and it had the name Max, whatever. And I was thinking it was going to be like huge. Like I was thinking like they're going to go almost like low C 5B ish.
Oh yeah.
Like how big are they going to go? Like,
Yeah.
but I didn't plan for it to be 1/8 scale. I would have at least thought it would be 1/7.
Mm.
Interesting.
I wonder if it is.
I don't know what to think. And it's what, $700 for it? $699.
I have zero info on it. I could see it now, knowing that I could see it, like I said, being one of those cars that
That's
are
a Slash size but longer. But that's what they did with the Ford Raptors, like a Slash but longer.
well. I mean, I could see what it's like the Typhon, where they convert it into an 8 scale buggy like immediately, but it's an RTR 8 scale buggy. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if that's something that's possible.
UDR is not a 1/10 rock racer.
And the Mojave
Max
is.
size but longer. Okay.
Huh.
Just like a Traxxas Max.
Yeah, and RC
Longer?
Jesus is saying it too.
Huh.
Like, scale is relative in RC today. Like, that's the other thing. Like the 10th scale Slash isn't anywhere the same proportions or
Right.
scale as a 10th scale crawler. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like it's 13.8 versus 12.3 wheelbase. Like, Tony's going to the keyboard.
Traxxas Max Slash. I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll just put it up on here.
Don't do
We
it.
can look at it.
They're going to tell you to take it down. Don't do it. They're going to ask you to stop, Tony. So we came across a funny YouTube channel. My family and I did. It was Nick DeGiovanni or something like that. Look at that.
That was a pretty good front flip.
I think it was AI generated.
It looks like a monster slash that people did with the big tires. Like it
Yeah.
just proportion wise doesn't feel like a short course truck. But it's like what the RCGS was saying that they used to do to them, where they put the bigger tires on them, like the Duratrax wider tires and that.
Yep.
And they'd make them so they would do
That
these
rear,
really
is it a
good stuff.
solid rear axle? That wheelie shot made it look like a solid rear axle.
No. Oh, there's the crack of thunder. Max strength. So there's the slash size. There's the X or the max size. So it looks
Looks
like
big.
a wide max. It does look pretty big. But yeah, the big tire thing is what feels like what people used to do. Like the off-road tires on Lightning McQueen-ish looking kind of a thing, right?
Yeah. It looks like a UDR.
I mean, so much of this width is just the body covering the wheels.
Yeah.
So it does look a lot like a Max with a different body. Interesting.
I want to get that new Proline Chevy body for the UDR. That looks hot.
Yeah, you can see with the little wings. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty slick. Like, if you like this style, I would 100% choose the Max because I'm a monster truck guy.
Yeah.
For this type of bashing. So for me, it's not a draw. I honestly didn't ever like when people would do the big tired slashes. Yeah. I thought it was kind of goofy looking.
Yeah.
It looked like maybe it's a snow truck version of Lightning McQueen they did or something.
Yeah.
I don't. Anyway,
Paul Fletcher says
not my
Mojave
thing.
wins. Yeah, so that's the other thing. It's
thing.
like it's one of those like, how do you use it, right? Like,
yeah,
what's the use of a?
It's not short course enough for me.
No.
Or so if you want to do the flip trick stuff with it, just get a monster truck. It's going to be
right.
It's going to fly better. It's not going to catch drag like
XRT or something like that. Yeah.
Anyway,
or Creighton or something.
I don't know. It'll be a good platform because what it's built on.
Yeah,
they've got a win already with that.
Yep. If it says if I were to get a bigger truck, I'd go UDR or Baja Ray. David Ferris says I would go. If you're talking about the 10 scale Baja Ray, I'd go UDR. Just saying. Let's see. We're not talking out of buying this stuff. We're saying buy the more expensive one. Buy the X-Max. RC Jesus says I'd go Mojave. Yeah, I'd be solid. And plus I like the livery on the Mojave much better too. Like that Murica livery.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got everything, it's just one more thing to buy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I haven't driven it. It wouldn't be my choice. It's not my style. Like, I look at things, and I remember that even back in the day with like RC Sparks, like when he'd build certain things, I'm like, I would never design it that way. Like, that's not my style. I would not drive that big.
Yeah.
When he'd do some of his crawlers with the big tires and the the flash stuff that he'd do for it.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't my thing. He loved it. Other people, like, definitely there's a lot of fans of the look of those trucks.
Yeah.
I'd have never chosen it. I'd have gone for like a TF2 or a,
Yep.
Just different people have a different aesthetic that they like. That's just not my type of aesthetic of an RC.
Yep.
I like what it can do, but there's the one. It's kind of like the XRT and the X-Max.
Right.
I've driven both. I'd choose the X-Max every time. Like if I were to choose now to buy one or the other, every time it'd be the X-Max. So, yeah.
It's just a driving preference.
Yep.
I think this is the right URL. They're asking about the shirt again. I think it's aafnation.com. I think so. And I think that's one of the things that's happening right now with the market and the RC market is I think it's niching down pretty hard where it's like there's so many options out there. It's just based on what terrain you have, who you have around you, what you're using it for. You know what I mean? There's so many different sizes, so many different kind of aspects. It's you know what I mean? It's like there's not a bad one or a good, or, you know, it's like for me, for the longest time I was scared of the LMTs because I thought they were too big and I thought I didn't have the space to run them. And now I'm like, oh yeah. Yep. So,
yeah. The what's like even with the minis, I would tell people to buy different ones based on what's around them. Like here, I would tell
100%.
people to buy an SCX 24.
Yep.
Is it as capable out of the box as some of the other ones? No.
Right.
But everything that we do for them is geared around that size of a RC.
Yep.
So I would choose that. Now, if 18 scale was their thing, then now I've got to choose between what I tell people Hobby Plus, TRX 4M, you know, it gets more complicated because there's more options in that realm. You've got these Furatech one. I mean, $200 brushless is pretty tough.
Yeah.
Pretty tough to beat.
Yep.
But yeah, there's options, man. Now
people are starting to bid up your bug, and you haven't even got it yet. You might want to flip that thing pretty quick.
Yeah. Do you have any videos of your run?
I do.
Or
this
screenshots?
Yeah, this is the unedited stuff. So
it's just I want to help push the price of it up.
Okay. Let's see here. Share screen. Is that what I want to do? Let's see. Do I have it up? Or hold on. I gotta open the window. I don't know.
Ballers in the house.
So I'm not sure what videos I'm looking at here. I just know there's some video here.
I got some new wheels. I've got some that I can show.
They look like a katana.
Worse. What? But I did really good in my 10 scale comp the other day, and I could have done better if I didn't have such bad offset. So I got these here, which have yet to be opened till just now.
Oh, this is loud. Did you guys probably didn't hear that, did you? I'm turning the volume down. Hold on.
So these carbon fiber wheels.
Those are cool. You should 3D print some bullet casings.
Weird. Where are all the screws?
So I changed the wheels up on you. You'll see it. Well, you'll see it when you get it because the video won't be out till afterwards. So instead of, I was going to send you those Element wheels. I'm sending you the black spec wheels instead, but I got the narrow offset for the hubs because of your, you're too wide, you're fat. Like,
so these are actually offset more than I want them to be, so I need to buy new. This could be a lot.
What size are those?
Even better.
1.5 or something? 1.3?
No, 1.9.
Oh, those are 1.9s. Oh, that's cool.
They look more tucked. I mean, they're still better than what I'm running, I think.
It looks like they're universal, Nick B. You just change the SLW on them. If it's a generic SLW pattern. I don't know.
Which I could take off of these ones because the actual hubs themselves aren't the problem. These are just tucked in Whereas if I'm going all the way out to here, there's
Right.
no tuck in, so I could make these really super tucked. Which might be too much with the portal, so I have to see. Oh, I do have portals. I may have to run this actually, and it may be the best of what I'm going to get with it. We'll see.
Go. David Ferris says he just stumbled upon that Spec RC page. He said the secondary market is nuts. I'm surprised too. I mean, I'm not surprised. Spec RC wheels.
Oh yeah,
because we were just talking about. Yeah, they're. They are. Yeah, I'm surprised what the secondary market is. Okay, here's a video. We'll see if it works.
That's unfortunate that it's that far.
Let's see. I'll just let it play in the background as we talk about that because I can't really see it. Is it going?
Yeah.
Here it comes. All creepy.
Slowly.
Creepy crawly, man. This thing is. This is not the best video, but you'll see. It's like your 24 scales where it's set up so it reaches. And what's really cool is it reaches, but it's a short wheelbase. It's I think it's like an 10 3/4, 11-inch wheelbase, and it just is like super slow. It's a Crawlmaster BL like 2700 or whatever. Oh, caught it. Oh, this isn't the video I wanted to show. This isn't the one.
Yeah, you almost took away money on that one.
This isn't the video I wanted to show. There was another video that showed real good like stretch and stuff.
I'll have to find a good 3D print repairman.
That's not 3D printed. That's the Tamiya body.
Oh, so it's gonna be rugged.
Yeah. Here, hold on. Look at it. Just it's so good.
I knew that. Just so people know, I knew that about the car.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, RC.
Yeah, right.
I knew that about it.
You didn't know that. Where's my other video? I had another really good video of it, like just creeping over stuff. Maybe this is it. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, that's going to be the one. It sucks. My default video thing on this app or in this computer is not the one that I want. Is it playing now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going over a nice mossy bed.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, no, that's the Tamiya body. And it's just got the 2 screws with the 3mm head on it. It's such a relaxing car to drive. And it's got that you don't have audio now, but it's got a little bit of a whine for it. RC Jeep guy's already making you pesos. You see that?
I want to see it on the shelf next to this one.
Yeah.
Just they're like hanging out together, talking about their escapades and what their life has been like.
Talking about the Baja
Like-
1000. They're like, hey guys.
Yeah. Jibber jibber jibber.
Oh, look at that axle flex. Oh, it's so good. It was funny, the audio on this. I did one of the crawls and my daughter was with me. I was like, oh, it's so good. And she's like, what? I'm like, it's just going so good. And she's like, and I go, this is the one I'm sending to Tony. She goes, well, can you cancel the deal? I was like, no.
Oh, did you see the lights flicker? I saw lights flicker. I think there's electrical issues.
Yeah.
You see them flickering? I'm
Mhm.
seeing flickering. Dude, there's some legit cracks of thunder out there. Holy cow.
That's crazy. So there you go, Tony. You have the next market.
Looks
Yeah.
good.
Look at that thing just flexing out. Oh, so slow. And like I said, it's got those dope shocks on it. Those are my favorite shocks that Element ever made, and they don't make them anymore. You have to piece them together. RC Amigos, is that the Tamiya bug body on Enduro? No, it's it's an Italian carbon fiber chassis called 3D Strap Wrap. I think that's what they call it. And it's like a LCG chassis, and they're enduro, they're enduro axles. But I have the servo and axle, what's it called? Mount from Scale Metal Supplies, and it's got like a Reef 555 on it or 444, and then it's got the Scale Metal Supplies link riser in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Sidewinder 4, Crawlmaster 2400 BL, and then the spec wheels. But the spec wheels I'm sending to you are the black version.
Nice.
I know you like the black wheels.
I do.
So I was like,
They're more like my katanas, which are so nice
yeah,
in black.
yeah.
This thing's
There you
actually
go.
pretty light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really light.
The electrical issues are scale points, he says. David Ferris says, I'll give you one more peso than RC Jeep guy. There you
I
go.
wonder if this is... No, it's going to be bigger than a SCX-24 body. I was going to say, I wonder if I could just put an SCX-24 body on this.
I wonder if you could put that body on LMT 18.
The Jeep one? Why would
Yeah.
I do that?
Because you love Jeeps?
I don't. I like green.
Well, just saying. Oh, video stopped. End share.
Oh, look at your VLC.
Oh, well,
Dirk, what's up, dude?
it's funny because, like I said, for some reason it defaults to LumaFusion when I go to open a video, and then VLC pops up faster than QuickTime, so I'm like, VLC it is.
I want to see how far into these directions it is where it tells you how to take the hood off.
Probably the first one.
For those that are just joining, I broke this car immediately upon taking it out of the package and trying to take the lid off. But I never actually read the instruction manuals to an RC car anymore.
Me either.
Except for one of the other ones that I have here to review very shortly.
Uh-oh.
Because there was a lot of buttons to figure out.
RC Jeep guys might be offering you a gift back, Tony. He said he might bribe
on the
you.
first page, I think you're right, because it's a one pager that
There you go.
I'm gonna go grandpa on you guys. How do we get to that big barrel?
Oh my goodness.
I think we're gonna
Hey, thanks a lot, Nick B.
wait, probably right there. That looks like it might be.
That looks pretty obvious. So that
Right there, open, close.
there you go. That dough's definitely gonna go towards a transponder for Olivia's car. Gotta get the transponder set up for her this weekend. It's like, ooh. Yes.
Learn from my mistake, because you're not gonna open this. But if you get one of these, this little scoop here, it doesn't just look like nice molded plastic.
It's functional.
It's functional. You pull that down, which will never get dirt in it and get grimy and hard to pull open. It will not.
Ever.
So you don't have to worry about that feature.
No.
So it opens and it pulls that little tab.
Or
Well, it comes right
if
out
you want to
there.
be high speed, you just rip it off, and then you don't have to clip it anymore, and you don't have to worry about dirt getting in there.
I just put Velcro in there after.
Yeah, do that.
That's what you want to do anyway.
100%. Why not?
I hope they sell replacements of this piece. It's
No
got a
way.
little screw on it, so you know what they should do, and I'll give this to them as a, a hint or something they should do. As a spare part, they should give an extra one of those so that everybody that buys it and breaks it right out of the box feels loved and cared for
Oh
when
man.
they find the replacement part that's just one screw away from being repaired
Yeah.
because there's a little plastic L-shaped thingy ready to replace the one that came with it that you
Yeah.
broke when you got out of the.
Yeah. This is plausible. RC Jesus says Trax is going to sue them for going clipless.
Oh, I don't think they're going to be trying to say that their technology is anything like this. I think they're going to say, "Nah, we got nothing to do with that.
Nah,
Don't want to have anything to do with that. That's
We're
all
good.
on them.
We're
That is
good.
not our design."
Yeah.
But it does have the nice raised chassis,
Yeah.
which they said was put into the Hobby Plus
Nice.
Evo.
Yeah.
I still think that I hammered the idea home pretty hard about the chassis on the other one. Even the original Hobby Plus being too square. That was one of the things I really hammered about it. And it's fixed. I love it. Looks good.
I forgot. I got some black wheels too. I just thought
Are they
about
katanas?
this. No.
And we don't
because
care.
Those
We're all
are
about the katanas.
hideous. Those are hideous wheels. I don't know who in their right mind would be like, ooh, I got these wheels. I'm going to talk about them.
Nick B, thank you, man.
Here we go.
He hit you up.
So, yep. Here you go.
Oh, those are pretty close to katanas as far as they're like a close third after the katanas. I'm giving each side of the katanas first and second because they're directional.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, there's for Tony. He hit you up too now, Tony. There you go. Boom. He's like,
Well, thank you,
there you
Nick B.
go.
I wasn't saying it for that reason.
You're like, thanks, Nick. Now you can buy a replacement part.
Yeah, now I'll go on. And, I wonder.
Or, wait.
Hold on, everybody. Wait. There are spare parts listed in the manual as well. I'll see if I can get a model number for us.
Yep.
For everybody else that ends up in the same boat as me.
Or maybe that money could buy you some filament so you can print some nicer wheels. Just a thought.
That better be a part they have a replacement for.
Oh no. You have to buy the whole body kit, and that clip comes in the whole body clip replacement.
No, it comes in the. Here it is. It's part of the FUR 2511 part number. I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and see what one of those costs right now.
So yes, these are NASCAR wheels. They're actually the SR10 stock wheels, and I liked them so much that I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with those wheels, and maybe I'll spray paint them white before I do something. I don't know.
That's not pulling up right away.
Oh, thanks, Paul Fletcher. He's saying, congratulations for the Monte Carlo win. Hey, man, you were like one of the 5 people that watched that video. I appreciate it. Oh, there he goes. RC Jeep guy says 5,500 pesos and some new wheels for the broken truck. He is sweetening that pot, my friend. Do we even know how much 5,500 pesos is?
No.
Me
I'm
either.
guessing not a lot.
I don't know. So I don't know what's going on with my YouTube, but it stinks lately. Like,
all right, so let's talk about that.
And I don't know why it stinks. I'm not trying extra hard, to be honest. I'm just kind of putting some content up there, but I don't think the content's terrible. And I think my production value's on like okay. But I'm getting terrible views, man. Like under 100 views per video, like 60, 70 views per video. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'll send you this and let you break it on camera.
I thought I heard someone coming down the stairs. Maybe I'll just drive it down the stairs. No, just kidding. It's like 323 US.
I mean, mine's been doing surprisingly well without. It's like if I think YouTube likes me better when I'm not here, is what I'm trying to say.
Well,
YouTube's like, hey, we're glad you're gone. Keep it that way. We're gonna make things better while you're gone for your channel.
There's been
when
a
you
lot
come
of
back, when you start posting again.
yeah. There's been a lot of talk about spreading out videos lately, and it's not the blanket carpet bombing or whatever they're calling with the videos. It's just spreading them out and doing better videos. So I don't know.
I've been getting a lot of old videos getting views and comments, which is good.
Yeah,
There were some good videos that I've seen coming back into the fold, which is good.
nice.
But
Mine normally gets a lot of comments. I normally get 10 to 15 comments per video, and that's a good ratio for me because I'm not getting a ton of views. But lately, man, it's just stunk. Like, and so I don't know. Did you catch the clips video that I did today? The AI one?
not yet. I told you I literally got up and I've been running since 8 a.m. until I got home at 9:30, and then I jumped on here late.
Yeah.
So sorry about being late, by the way.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Nick B says, wait till I get the nitro. Yeah, buddy. Yep. That'll be fun. That'll be fun to do. But so I thought maybe I can do some low hanging fruit, right? So we can record these locally, and I chop them up like Joe Rogan, and I started posting them. So the first one came out today. There's another one tomorrow, and then there's another one on Friday. And I'm gonna see what that does, like where it goes. Wow, and a whole other. How many chopsticks do you got?
This one's from RPP.
Nice.
It does not taste as good as the Axial one. For people that want it smells better.
Oh,
but I
nice.
just saw this here and I thought, I should probably use them both just so people know if they're wanting to get one. I'm leaning toward Axial.
All right.
So there you go.
All right. The more you know. Sound drop. The more you know. Bing.
Yeah, Axial.
Lip Smackers, Dr. Pepper. Wow.
No, that's old school.
Yeah, my kids got one of those packs for Christmas the other day, or the other year, whatever. But yeah, no, my YouTube's been sucking, but I've just been plugging along. I don't really care. Like, I'm just gonna do what I can when I can, and I've got to edit a video. I started editing it for the PDX race, and then I realized I didn't shoot it in a way to edit it. I just got a bunch of footage, and I was like, this has no storyline. Like, there's no storyline. And I'm like, well, looks like I'll just put some cut up video and
that's what I told you early on was the easiest way to get stuff up, right? Is when you have a story or some kind of dialogue already ready, then you can just go. But if you don't, it makes it so much harder. More time and thought process of the editing process. Yeah.
Yep. So that I think that's probably what's been hurting some of my stuff. Thanks, Nick B. We appreciate it. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Nick. So I showed you that one live stream, right? And I was like, oh, wow, this one's going to hit over 1 million views. Like, this is random. Well, it's over 2.5 million now a week later. It's probably about 3 million if it's still going on the track.
It was a live stream?
Not live stream, the reel.
Short.
Sorry, short. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you did a live stream with 2 million?
Oh, no. Yeah, without you, and it went. People loved it.
I know.
They were like, "This is you when you're by yourself."
Wow.
Millions of views.
So much better.
Oh gosh. No, but I was like, honestly, like it was one of those things where I don't know. I couldn't believe it because it was just a random video that I threw
Yeah.
up. There wasn't anything special about it, and it just kind of went nuts.
It happened to me a couple years ago on Instagram. I had a video of a cool U4 truck or car that I made, that Nova, and it had like massive dropout in the rear end. And I picked it up and I dropped it, and it had a good song to it. And that's all it was. When it squatted. When it squatted. That's it. It went for like 1.5, 2 million views as a reel on Instagram. This is a couple years ago. And I was like, that's cool. Like I remember and it lived for probably a couple weeks before it like just took off. And I remember we were somewhere like on vacation or something like that. And I looked at my phone and I was like, what is going on? And then I showed my wife, I was like, I'm going to hit 1 million views on this. Like, it was like bizarre. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
what is going on there? So,
And it made me like a whole $5.
yeah, all that shorts money. Yep. So, I
Trying to get the insights on it. I just found it. It's at 25,000 likes, so I don't know what that equates to with. It's not giving me the insights here on the computer, but
Huh.
yeah, it was one of those like, man, like that was really a nothing burger. Like no thought, no effort, no whatever, and it just goes. And you're just like, why does it work like that? And then stuff that you try and want to make good goes nowhere.
Yeah.
It's so weird how the algorithm. Yeah, so 2.7
Whoa.
million views on it now.
Yep.
Posted February 2nd. So
Well,
most of mine don't do that. So that's the anomaly.
RCG just says, hey, that's a free $5 for something you'd have would have posted anyway. Look at the bright side. It's like, well, theoretically, it's like $2.55. But
Right.
who's counting? So I sold something on YouTube, on eBay, and I had no idea how much money they take.
eBay really takes a lot.
Dude, I was okay.
They take it on the PayPal side. They take it on the post. You actually pay to post it.
Right.
And you pay a percentage of the sale. Yeah. They
okay. So
hit you so many ways you don't even realize.
I clicked the buy the ship tag, right? And it was worth 50 something dollars to ship something. And I was like, okay. Because the seller paid that, right? They paid $50 to ship it. And so
Yeah.
I said, I'll buy the tag. And I bought the tag, boxed it up, went to the post office. And I said, I don't know if they covered enough because it says it's, the box isn't the right specs for what they called out for shipping. I said, I want to make sure I cover it. And she weighs it. She goes, oh no, it's so light. It's only going to cost $27 to ship. And I was like, okay. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll get the rest of that money. Right. And then the money doesn't hit until obviously it lands. And then they took like $45 out of the sale price and all the shipping money. And I was like, seriously? Like, come on, man.
Yep.
It was, at the end of the day, it wasn't worth it. Like, wasn't too happy about it.
Yeah, so this all the video is just panning over this, showing people crawling, and then one more just cut in, and they're not even driving or doing anything crazy. It's like, what? That truck is pretty rad though. And like, so he heated it up and flared it, and oh, it's so good looking. But
Yeah.
but that's it.
That's crazy.
I don't get it.
That's such an
Doesn't
epic. Did you like do you did a storyboard for that, right?
Yeah, we wrote it out. Paid actors. And there's not even that many comments for like engagement. Like,
Yeah. Did you get AI to generate a script for you on that one?
too busy building the real thing.
Hater.
Yeah.
You should have replied to him. Cool.
And Bidenomics says you can't have a real rock crawler because Ukraine wants one. Ouch.
Uh,
Oh, I did reply to that. I said so good. I'm okay with humor that's pointed either
Yeah.
way.
yeah.
I mean, I just like it when you're like, "Oh, that was a gotcha." I love it. Even when they get us, like like that one that I said about
Save some girls for
save,
us.
save some women for the rest of us. I mean, that's just good. Like, I know you're making fun of me, but like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. When you
Yeah.
like, that was humor back in the day. There was
And
burns
yeah.
involved, and when it's a good one, you just
Yeah.
gotta.
You know what I don't like though? Like someone on a Facebook post said, "I'm looking for help or from tips for soldering." And it was like clearly a bad solder job. Like
Yeah.
just and everyone just blew him up in the comments. And I was like, "Come on, guys. Like it's like
Yeah.
is that necessary?" It's like clearly he's asking for help. So like I think, it's like people can be so rude sometimes.
So this one's pretty close to the same kind of format, and it did pretty well. Almost 2,000 likes. So it's probably. But you can see most of them don't get anything close to that engagement. And this one's actually more interesting, in my opinion, with trucks moving and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Zoom ins. Oh, okay. So that was something else that I was reading up on is that they're saying the over editing style
yeah,
is not going to
super
be
choppy.
going to be it anymore. And then they're going to do slow edits and minimal edits. It's more of the like talking to someone thing that they're going to appreciate more. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Yeah, welding's another critique skill. I hate it when people critique people's welding like that. Like, it's just it drives me crazy because I'm like, yeah, someone has to start somewhere. And the dirt that came with it.
So I sold that, and I sold the Rapid X sold. Freestyle RC Rapid X.
Yeah.
It was a thing of beauty.
Nice.
David, did you ever get that clay off of those tires?
PB blasters.
I want to know your method if you did.
Dick cat. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I put everything in the box to stuff it so it wouldn't move around.
That's funny.
He threw the tires away. There you go. That's the smart thing to do. They were not great.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, those things stained the first time I took it out.
That frustrates me when those things stain, like the tire stain.
Well, when you use clay like we got, it's just going to. Like, you drive in the mud and clay here, they're just going to get stained.
Speaking of solder, I'll show this, then we could probably start wrapping. I'm proud of this.
Your solder job?
Nah,
Or just the routing?
I don't really care about the solder. The routing. It's just clean. I don't know. This area, questionable. This, nice.
And that right over the blue, the pink and the blue, looks really good.
Just wait till you see our chassis skins. They're pretty hot. So my daughter's race name. You ready for this? That's a hint.
RC Farts sister.
Rusty Farts. That is.
Rusty Farts.
Mr. Rusty Farts. Taylor Drift.
Okay. I like it.
It's like, okay, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I hope this body stays on. Needs hot glue and duct tape. Aside from the Harex where you pointed out, I appreciate the coiling of the servo wire. Old school, yeah.
Gotta coil the servo wires. Wrap them things around a wrench. Pull it tight.
Yep. I use a little heat. I hit it with my lighter. Perfect. That's what I do.
I haven't heated mine. I just pull it tight.
Oh, if you use the heat, they like to stay a little longer, I find. Little sticker, RC Amigos Race Team. What?
I like it.
Screwdriver and lighter. Yes, sir. he likes the Taylor Drift. So we have Taylor Drift and Rusty Farts. My son is Rusty Farts. I don't really have a name. I don't know what to name myself. Captain Slow. It's been a little faster lately, though. So, a little faster. So, I got to solder this one up tonight. Well, I don't think I'm going to do it tonight. I should stay up and do it, but I'm tired. There's a bunch going on in here. This is the B7. It's got the servo you sent. Oh, the transponder. It's got a fancy Reefs 299.
That's looking good.
Low profile, and it's got the red bling, and his body. Ooh, his body's nice too. Oh, I gotta put the stickers on his body.
Have you looked at the radio?
Yes, I've been playing with it. I haven't connected it to anything, but I've been playing with it.
It's so easy to connect it to stuff too.
There's his body.
That was good.
It's gonna look sick. Look how low, dude. It's like it looks so low pro. I like it. No,
You can see the clouds going over it.
I know, right? Like that. It looks fast, just like.
Yep. The radio is the Radio Link. He's asking what radio it is.
Yes,
Radio Link.
I just put it up on my shelf. I'm not going to go back and get it, but you can kind of see it right there. There's the bag by the dinosaur.
Say, it looks like a dinosaur to me. Is it a dinosaur?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Do you watch How Ridiculous? Did you ever see How Ridiculous after I told you? Rexy, How Ridiculous? You've never watched that one? Dude, you got to watch it with your kids. It's like Dude Perfect, and they're faith-based guys, but they do like all kinds of cool stuff. Destruction stuff, slow-mo stuff. They have their dinosaur named Rexy.
Oh, we've seen this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
my family got me a Rexy for Christmas.
Okay.
So I have a Rexy sitting right there. Yeah.
That's funny.
How Ridiculous is awesome. So classic racing.
Yeah. It's not going to be a Futaba, but it's that. What is it's the Radio Link? What number?
RC8X.
Yeah. RC8X.
It is. So, okay. So I opened it up and I started playing around with it. For everyone complaining about the MT12, this thing is like super intuitive to navigate.
Mhm.
Like super intuitive. Like I was like, oh, just like flying through it, understanding what's going on. Super intuitive. It feels really good. I watched Crawler Canyon's review on it, and I thought I had big hands. That guy has paws, dude. Like I was like, how did he get his finger in there? Like it, because he put his thumb, and his thumb went all the way underneath the wheel in that little pocket, and I was like, it seemed weird, but it seems like you can do a
That's
lot
a
of cool
good
stuff.
radio.
I really like, and I don't know if all radios do this, but when I did, I've mentioned before how I made a coffin that had hydraulics and it had an EV motor in it and all that kind of stuff years ago for a job. The radio, I don't even remember which radio it was, but it was a Spectrum radio. It was like or maybe it was a Futaba, but it was like a 12-channel radio, stick radio. And I remember having to read everything on it. That one I had to read the directions for, but I could program.
Did you break the top of it when you tried to take it off?
I did not, but I had to. You could program. That was the thing I liked about it, is that you could program every key to do whatever you wanted to. Like if you wanted this one to be channel 2, this one would be channel 2. If you wanted this one to be channel 3, this would be, you know what I mean? Like it didn't matter what button it was. You could just program them to be whatever. And you can do that on the RC8X. I was like, that's awesome. Like that makes life easy to be like, yep, this is what I want to do. You know, like that little thumb trigger for the winch, in, out, in, out, easy. So, and you can mix them.
Lots
slow
of
or fast.
dials and stuff that they use. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish they could program to be like funnier noises, like clown horns, like to me hit the button. Yeah, you could do that on any computer radio. I just mean like the radios that are, well, maybe you can do, I don't know. The normal RC radios don't seem to be so versatile that way sometimes, but anyways,
I don't know enough about them.
rusty fart noises. Yeah.
Yep. Well, we should wrap. I
You
need
should.
to go to bed soon. I got another big day tomorrow
Ooh,
with releases that I have to shoot 2 videos for,
yes.
and this video that I have to now shoot as well.
Yes.
And we're having that home group here for RC cars,
Nice.
and the house is trashed, so I have to
Time to wake up on time.
find time to clean up and make room, because there's more people than I thought were going to be coming. So they're not all necessarily going to fit in the room where the crawler course is. So I'm going to have to make a secondary spot with the little wood ones that we have,
Yeah.
the crawler tracks, obstacles and stuff. So yeah.
I just realized I wanted to rewire my truck and kind of go through my truck. Nope. I've got to get both of these cars ready to go by Thursday night. Both these race cars. And I'm letting my daughter finish this one. All she has to do is the shocks. I think that's all.
Thanks, Mir Deep.
Thanks, guys.
Tanker T68, Max Paul. Yeah, it's been fun. Lots of laughs, poking fun at each other.
It was a good
Me a
one.
lot.
It's easy.
And Harley. He was in here for a little bit.
Yeah. Harley one was good. It was good. Oh yeah, the battery. We have to put
I gotta show you. I just saw something pop up. What I was working on. It's not RC related, but we're at the end of the show. We can
talk about whatever we want.
diverge a little bit.
Okay, so for those guys that are still in here, ooh,
That's my relic base where I
nice,
vintaged it out a little bit.
nice.
So
Looks good. Looks
it
good in
didn't
that
have gold
environment.
before. Yeah.
Okay,
It was
so real quick,
quite-
while we still have 50 people in,
All right.
quick questions, rapid fire. Get your fingers ready. What do you think about having, like we did today, with more video and things like that in the format?
Showing stuff.
Mm-hmm. I've been thinking about this.
We've got it.
Yeah, I've been thinking like, why don't we just do stuff like that? Or like, why don't we pull up the video that we did last week, like, you know, a normal video, and then put and we can talk about it. You know, like if, like I could put the video.
Well, especially
of my son's
certain
racing.
videos. Yeah, like that would be good to talk about.
Yeah,
And
'cause it's a short
it gives
video.
time too, like where there's you know, I've done videos where there's no talking or whatever, and it's just showing it. Like that, what is it, the Blizzard one, Kyosho, and just time to talk about what was going on there. Give some behind the scenes ish
Mhm.
info. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, that, and then the other thing I was thinking about
And
is
the
what if we made,
difficulties of making it sometimes, like that people
Yeah.
don't realize, right?
yeah,
You guys wouldn't
yeah,
believe, like I almost got frostbite because of making this video.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or and then I thought about what if we produced them
Make me
where they
bored.
were.
That's
They
all right, man.
had,
We got your money. You can leave. Roast continues, bro.
Yep. What if we produced like bumpers in between segments, and we could have actual segments and just kind of moved it along.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Well, it's
You
not.
just
It's more
said
a lot
that
of work
social
once.
media doesn't care about that stuff anymore. I mean, if I'm going back to what you said,
But
your
this is a
words were,
talk show. This is a talk show.
I think it'd be cool to have like the Batman ones boom, pop in and out, and then we're back.
Well,
like,
'cause-
and
So I was looking, and I don't know if it. Oh, let's see. Did it save? It did save. Okay, so I made some screens. I was just playing around with it. So
it's got a flip.
No. What I meant, I don't know what it's going to pop up, so bear with me if something weird pops up. So normally there'd be a big, like a normal screen, like a share, whatever.
Mhm.
But we could preload the videos in that, like we could have 5 of those in and preload it, and then just hit the switcher button on a hotkey and it pops up. See what I'm saying?
Like Shift
No.
7.
No. So StreamYard now.
Oh, I'm the main cam. Look at that.
What a jerk. Oh, nice. You got copy for tomorrow. Okay, so there's shift buttons, but you can download the driver for the switch panel. I don't remember what it's called. The one I've got that you hit the button.
The one I sold, yeah.
Yeah. So you can download the driver for that and just have them preloaded and just toggle through them.
Hmm.
So I was like, if
That
we
sounds
knew what
doable.
we were gonna talk about, I could just be like, click, and it pops up.
Now,
So-
but I have to send them to you so you have it on yours. Or actually, we both get one preloaded, don't we?
I
We
think
can
all
talk
you would
about
have
it
to do.
after.
Okay, so see
They
the
don't
down
care.
arrow.
They don't care.
Yeah, they do. You all care. All you kiss the ring. No, just kidding. As Tony would say.
I would say
Yeah.
that's you guys
the
making
king.
fun of me is what it
Well,
is.
just saying. Just saying. That requires more planning. I know, but we need to step it up for you guys. That's the thing. Right? Maybe not. I don't know. If I don't, I'm gonna be coming in like my tank top with
Coming
like
in
a
hot.
stain right here.
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
Now we just got demonetized. I kind of sang that song a little bit. They're gonna take your money. They're coming after your money
There.
and your guns.
Hit the down arrow. Hit the down arrow and their guns. So if you hit the down arrow
Down arrow. What down arrow on my
And-
keyboard?
next to the screens, no, next to the layouts. There's 2 layouts in the bottom right hand corner. When you hit the down arrow, on my screen there is. The screen layouts underneath our screen.
Yeah.
You hit the little down arrow like more.
There's no
And
more.
then there's
I'm seeing all of them.
really?
There's like 8 of them across on my screen. My screen's like super. Media
Okay, so
share
the
2.
So the last 2, yeah,
Yeah.
media share. So then you would just populate one, and I would populate one or whatever, and then I just
Oh.
use a switchpad, and then I just use a switchboard, and I assign it to a hotkey.
It's still the same thing. It's just going to be which one it chooses. It's just how it lays it out is the only difference.
Right.
You don't
well, I
have
made
one
those.
and I don't have one.
No, I'm
Oh,
saying
I gotcha.
I made those layouts. So if I make 3 more, then we can upload them with our videos. And then it's like button 1 is yours, button 2, like I can just switch through them.
It's just kind of stuff when when you're thinking about doing better content that you do not on the air.
You said, you're like, hey, why don't we do these cool videos and talk about like how we almost got frostbite?
No, actually, you said that, and I was just asking, would you mean like this
Oh,
type of setting?
Yeah.
But you're the one that's like,
Okay.
we should make better content that people would want to watch, and then proceeded to talk about what that would look like live.
You're doing that FedEx commercial where it's like you're doing this, and the guy's like, he said the same thing. He just did this. That's it.
What? Do you end it?